Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this right here. The Sixers pull it out against Boston, 118-114. Maxey was a beast. Joel Embiid played around, but he did have a good game. They got to get rid of Paul George. He is trash, folks. Send him back to Indiana. They don't need him. They don't need him. He wasn't doing nothing when Embiid was out all those games. And they don't need him on this team, folks. They have other guys. Martin, he was hitting big shots. Other guys were hitting big shots. They do not need this guy. When I first saw Tyrese Maxey, I wasn't impressed by this guy. But not today's game. I'm just talking about when I first seen him playing. I was just like, man, this dude, come on, man. This is what we got to offer in the NBA. But as the year went on last year, in this year, I was like, man, this guy is playing on every level. He's hitting these crazy mid-range shots, just whirlish, dervish, fadeaways, off balance. He's hitting them. He's hitting pull-up mid-range shots. He's hitting the three. I mean, this guy is good. And these are the type of guys we need in the league. Guys that can hit shots at every level. Like we used to have with Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, Larry Bird, Tracy McGrady, Grant Hill. These type of guys that just weren't known for three-point shooting. They could hit shots on every level, off balance, crazy shots. We miss those guys. We don't have guys in the league like that no more, folks. We just don't. Most of these guys are like three or bust. So yes, I like this guy, Tyrese Maxey. Maybe Joel Embiid can stay in these games. I just don't know, man. This guy is so fragile. There's WNBA players that have more heart, more grit, more stamina, and are more physical than Joel Embiid. This guy is a joke. And it's just hard for these big guys to play in this run and gun system and stay healthy. It's a tough NBA to play in, guys. I think the only reason why Joker, can play in this run and gun NBA is because he's not frail. He's not like muscle bound, but he's got some weight on him. You can't punk him around. You see, it's just the craziest thing you see when Joker goes through the lane or whatever. Guys are just bouncing off of him. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's just like, you can't stop this guy. If you hit him, it's not going to hurt him. You're going to bounce off of him. He's got size to him. He's not skinny and frail. Now, do I think he could play the center position back in the day, the 90s, the 80s, etc.? No, I don't think so. But you might be able to get him to, a small forward position. I wouldn't doubt that. Maybe a power forward, because it seems like he could take the beating, but he's going to be taking the beating from, guys his size or bigger. So, he definitely could play in the past eras, though he couldn't handle the centers in the past era. That's the problem. But he could play some type of forward position and get you buckets. Because he's not soft and frail and sissy minded like Joel Embiid. This guy is always hurt, man. Stop paying this guy all this money. He's not. Yes, he can give you buckets when he's healthy. It's just the saddest thing you ever seen, man. Let's see how long he can't even last an entire season. We're not really getting those guys aren't getting paid for what they're supposed to do fully as players. They're not. A lot of these players are getting paid off of potential. And their potential is pretty good for their era, but they can't even live up to the potential in our own era. Some of these guys, it's just crazy. Look at LeBron and Steph hugging before the game. This is crazy, man. You ain't coming into this game. It pretty much don't matter anyways, man. These guys already made their money. I'm watching this. The pregame show is on. These guys already made their money. They know they're the face of the league. There's really no real competitive nature between these guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh. It's Christmas. I mean, it's not a playoff game, but It's just, why are they showing us this? Why did they show us Joel Embiid took a spill before the game? Why did they show us this? Why are they showing the viewers this after all that he's been through with these injuries and he's hobbling and stuff like that? Why are they showing the viewers this? This is clown stuff, bro. Showing us LeBron and Curry hugging before the game, and why show us this? The ratings are down. Viewers know, real viewers know that these guys aren't out here to try to compete. They're just here to collect a paycheck. They don't care if they win or lose. Their era is really over. Now they're just playing for money, and you're not promoting the next faces of the league on Christmas Day. You're promoting LeBron James, Curry, and Durant. You're promoting has-beens. This is crazy, folks. I mean, they had to sit down with all three of these guys, Durant, Curry, and LeBron James. This is not the thing you should have did. You've been doing this for years, folks. They should have been putting, Wembanyama. Maybe they should have been putting Wembanyama. Maybe Luka. I don't know why they don't have Joe. Are they playing? I think Denver's playing, right? Wembanyama, Joker, and who else? Who else, man? Maybe Luka, somebody like that. They should have had them in a sit down talking about the future of the NBA. Not LeBron James, Durant, and Curry, who built super teams to destroy the NBA. Pretty much built super teams so they could win. And put Giannis. That's what they should have put. Giannis, Joker, and Wemby. They should have sat down with them and talked to them about the future, about the NBA, and taking the NBA into a different place that it's at right now. It's crazy. But, ESPN is all about money. That's all they're about. They don't care about, these future stars. That's why they started these debate groups and destroyed the NBA, wanting to talk about LeBron James every single game that he played. That's unheard of back in the 80s and 90s, that they would talk about Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan's every single game. And the reason why they did this is because, not only because of money, is because the league ratings were going down. So they needed something to keep your mind on the NBA, because it couldn't sell itself based on the on-court play. The LeBron James era guys were already getting smoked in the FIBA, the Olympics. LeBron was melting down in these big games in 2009, 2010, getting smoked in the 2007 finals. So the NBA was in a bad place because this guy was supposed to be the next. Next thing you know, they're calling this guy and saying, when is he going to win? When is he going to stop melting down with the number one seeds, with super teams, and all this stuff? I mean, the NBA was in a bad place with this guy. They couldn't say this about Kobe. They couldn't say this about Michael. Yes, they could have said, Mike, when's he going to win? But they weren't saying it was because he was melting down. They said he was getting beat by the better team. And that's the difference, folks, between melting down and choking and losing to the better team. And then when it's your time, taking it. That's what they kept saying. In 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, they wanted this guy to take it. It's your chance that you're supposed to be taking it, the torch, but you keep melting down and choking. And he had to build super teams to take it. So this was a very intense game. The Celtics and the Sixers, I thought it was, pretty intense from the beginning. It was at times where you were like, man, this is a straight blowout. Then the Sixers let them come back. Then the Sixers put it back on them. And then the Celtics came back. So it was a pretty intense game. I don't know. Let's see if the Lakers is going to be as intense. Probably not. I'll be surprised if it is, because the whistle is going to get blown all game. Foul, 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 foul for the Lakers. I think they would be better off, to me, having them play Denver. It would be more of a better game. I don't think Steph Curry is playing good this season. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this you got to get Paul George, man. This guy is a clown. This guy's getting paid all this money to do what? What's he doing? Is he working on his game? Nope, he's podcasting. Podcast P. I just don't know. And that's the Celtics right there, man. Live and die by the three. Let's see if they'll win another championship. I like this guy. What's his name? Yobaseli or something like that. He was on that France Olympic team. He's good, man. I don't know how he stayed out of the NBA that long. It took for him to come back to the NBA, dunking on LeBron James. Wow, this guy is good. I would actually start him, but then again, I wouldn't because you need somebody coming off the bench, and he's good coming off the bench. But this guy can give you major work. He can shoot that three. He's been killing it. He plays good defense. I would like to see him get a mid-range game. I didn't see him shoot too many mid-range shots, but that just goes with the era. You can't really say too much about that. And the whole three-point shooting thing, it's not going to stop, folks. It's just not going to stop. They're going to keep shooting these threes because the coaches are telling them